I'm going to show you guys the best solo plays on Mirage, starting off with a B apps play for the T side. And if you guys want to see any of these plays live, make sure you guys check out my Twitch channel. I am live almost every single day. But starting off with the first play, it's just a simple solo play that can give you a lot of space into apps. Since the CTs love to just sit here and jump spot towards B, you can make them really uncomfortable with just a couple nades. Starting off with this lurk smoke, we call this the Mirage smoke, where you just want to shift walk a smoke off of this little door frame right here. It's going to bloom like this. Now, from the CT perspective, you can see how this can be very confusing, and it's going to be very disruptive because it's going to block all their information. But what you can do with this smoke is just lurk up behind it and get a lot of free space. One of my favorite things to do is just to get on this bookshelf right here, and when this smoke fades, you're going to have a lot of good angles to look towards site. As you can see right here, as the smoke fades, I can look towards cat. I can see if anyone's playing towards E-box around the pillar, and I can even peek over into site. But you can actually maximize this play a lot better if you throw the smoke a little bit lower, and then you can walk up, you can molly van, you can throw whatever flashes you need, and when you're walking through, you're going to almost have a one-way. It really just depends on how you want to throw the smoke. So as you can see, if I throw it a little bit lower, I can actually take these tools onto site, and I'm more in the smoke than out of the smoke. So if anyone wants to peek into me, they're not going to really expect me to be holding for them right here. But this is just a cool little play if you want to try to get some solo kills towards B. And you could also tell your teammates to get behind the smoke, so then when you do get this kill, you can literally just explode with your team and you have the B site. Now, for a good solo play on Mirage, I know a lot of players love to fight mid when they're on the CT side, so there's a really cool play with a smoke that you guys can throw that is going to help you fight mid all by yourself, and it's very simple. So if you do have a good spawn towards mid, you can jump out window and throw a smoke off of this wall like this. Now, this smoke's going to land right in the middle of valley, but what it's going to do, it's going to allow you to jump up and almost one-way this smoke. The things with smokes in CS2 is that a lot of these smokes just create headshot angles for you, and they make you a lot harder to see. Now, for example, if I am a T and I see this smoke, I'm going to be very confused, and I might not even think that anyone could be jumping on this ledge. Maybe I'm more thinking they might try to run through it. There's a lot of options that the T's could think, but a lot of people don't know how to throw this smoke, or they don't even think of using a smoke like this. Now, in CSGO, this was pretty much in meta on Mirage. There's a team called Vegas Squadron that would throw this smoke and you could one-way it very easily. But if you do throw this smoke in CSGO, it does create that headshot angle that's going to help you fight. And it's also going to give you the room to run away, because if they do decide to, run out mid and you get one and you start to get flashed a lot, this gives you the space to run away since there is a smoke, and they might even be scared to run through it just because they know that you are kind of towards chair. They might think that someone is bottom con, or maybe there's someone in window or off cat trying to hold this person's underpass. So it makes it very scared for the T's to pretty much accelerate. But if you do have good teammates, they will see what you are doing, and they might be, throwing top box mollies if I can hit it like that. And then they might even be supporting with flashes, either from mid or maybe from A to help you. You can ask your teammates for those nades, but just for the sake of being a solo play, it's just as easy as jumping out window, throwing this smoke, and you can even just right click a flash like this up mid and just play the smoke and get those free kills, and you should be able to dominate mid with this cool solo play. Now, for a little bonus tip, if you guys do want any cool skins and you don't know where to trade your skins, I really recommend you guys check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey.
Today's sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site and marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. My favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code LouisCS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. If you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description.
Now, once you guys have some cool skins that you traded with Skins Monkey, let's talk about the next tip. Now, you're going to learn a new flash with this tip that I use a lot when I solo push Underpass. And the cool thing about this tip is that you can have pretty much any gun besides like a scout or an op. So if you have a 5.7 or a shotgun, a FAMAS, an MP9, an ump, whatever it is, this strat will work for you. But you just want to make sure that you do have one of the better mid spawns, just because if you are jumping out window and you have one of the worst spawns, these guys might be able to see you or kill you. And what this strat is, you're pretty much going to just throw a self flash for yourself at the ground, and it's going to pop right outside of the underpass entrance. So anyone running towards under or anyone trying to hold under will get full blind, and it will pretty much guarantee a free kill. Now, since this is so fast, and a lot of the times the T's aren't going to hear this flash, they won't be able to turn away from it. But the cool thing about this flash is that, like you just saw, I can literally swing with the flash, so anyone running down might even see me for a glimpse, and they will get full blinded. If you guys did watch my flashbang video, you'll understand understand on why this flash is good, but this is just a nice little solo tip with a nice little flash that you guys can incorporate into your game, even if you don't want to do an underpass push. Now, if you're ever out mid and your teammates don't really know what to do, but you know you have decent mid control and the CTs aren't fighting, it's really good to get into window. But if you are solo queue, a lot of times the randoms won't have any idea when to take this window control and actually boost you. So it's good that you know how to get into window all by yourself. Now, most of the time in pugs or premier games, there's always someone swiveling between con and towards window, or maybe someone's just outside of rat hole, but we'll just pretend that someone is just sitting watching the window boost. Since mid is silent, they probably expect this. So there's actually a cool flash that you can throw for yourself. And in order to throw this flash, is you just want to get in the corner of this bench. You're going to hold W and right click jump throw this flash. You're going to see that it's going to land behind window like this, and you can just jump in and peek. The flash is going to land in a pretty good spot, so really no matter where they are, they will get blind if they are trying to hold window. I think you can even throw it a little bit more to the left if you wanted, but I don't think that really changes anything. So there is 2 points that you can aim right here, but this is just really good if you don't have any smokes for mid, or maybe your randoms aren't re-smoking mid and you're just kind of trapped in mid and you don't know what to do. This pretty much guarantees that you can get in window and cause a lot of disruption, and then you'll be able to hear a lot of rotates when these guys are trying to come in to fight you, and you can call your team on where to go. Either they need to go up cat, maybe they go back to B apps, or maybe they just run up con to A. There's a lot of options, but one thing you want to make sure is when you do get into this spot, even if you kill this guy or not, maybe he sees you, you need to make sure that you know what to call so your teammates aren't lost and just sitting in mid and just baiting you and making this whole little play just go to waste. So if you're an Opper in CS2, this tip is good for you because this is going to guarantee you guys a first kill into the round and make it a 5v4. Now, you don't necessarily need an op for this solo play. You could, have a deagle on an eco round. You could have a saved rifle. There's a lot of options, but it works great with an op. And all this tip is just solo jumping into apps from Van. I know a lot of people like to boost, but if you are solo queuing, I'm going to guess that a lot of people don't know how to actually boost into apps. So this is pretty much just like half a second late, and it'll give you this space to take this deep line and kill anyone trying to walk into apps. This is very good to do if you have one of the better mid spawns, like I talked about earlier, because you're going to have that good timing and you're going to be able to get this free kill. And the cool thing about this trick is you can literally hold this and post up on the line. And let's say someone even thinks or, imagines that you're here and they jiggle you. If you miss your shot, you have a lot of room to just get out and stay alive. And then you can relocate your op to either go back into window, or maybe if you want to come to CT, you can even like jump up on the ticket to look into mid if you really want to. There's a lot of really good options, but I don't see a lot of people abusing this at all. One of my favorite things for this play is, like I said, just literally buy a deagle, jump up here, take this deep line, frag the guy trying to get in, and then just get out for free. It's so fast and so quick that a lot of times that these guys aren't even ready for it, since a lot of people don't even boost into apps. So when they do try to peek, or if they do cross this line, they're just dead and they act so surprised, and then the other team's team comms get all messed up because you just surprised them. So if you do like to get those opening kills, or even if you're just an opper, I would really recommend practicing this van jump, and you're going to notice you're going to get a lot more 5v4 starts. Now, this last solo play that I'm going to show you is more of a puggy play where you have to really understand the game as well to do this, but it's going to get your team a lot of space, and you don't even have to do this with your team. Now, one thing that you can do in order for this to work is just walk all the way to the end of Palace and make sure that you're listening to what the CTs are doing, because it's going to be very obvious if they are trying to fight mid, because you're going to hear this guy throwing flashes over con. You're going to hear a lot of fighting going on, and your teammates should be able to calm if they are fighting mid. But if you are in the lower ranks, you're just going to have to learn on how to spot if they are fighting mid, or if they're playing retake towards A. If they are playing retake towards A, you'll be able to hear this guy just jump spotting back and forth. So that's one thing you want to look for. And then just another reminder, you want to listen for if this guy is going to throw flashes from triple. Now, if you identify any of these sound cues, one cool thing that you can do is literally just run out Palace and jump to Firebox and just sit. This is so disruptive and uncomfortable for the CTs because they're going to have to stop fighting mid. This guy's going to have to stop supporting mid, and they're going to have to come and try to kill you. Now, one cool thing, if you have really good teammates, they will identify this, and they will literally just be holding for the CT's re-aggression to go and try to kill you while you're just sitting in Firebox. Another thing that they could do is just fake A with you outside sitting in Firebox, and they can just run back to B, because if you block all the vision from the CTs and they know you're out, they're going to guess that you actually have the sight, and they're just going to gamble and come stack and just leave B totally open. Now, I like doing this play in really risky moments if I feel like we need to somehow win the round. And I can just sit here and just frag out on stairs. I can hold this little jungle line right here. Anyone coming out of jungle or out of con. As you can see, this is where it's kind of shooting. And I know a lot of people love to sit in areas like this. So this is a very good position to be in. You can even throw like little smokes if you want to. You can, you know, molly stairs with your nades, or you can even smoke like top con. I know I missed my stairs molly, but just imagine that hit. There's a lot of options that you can do just getting in that position, but you have to make sure that you're smart enough to get there and you're smart enough to know what to do once you are there. But those are all the nice little tips that I have, so I really appreciate it if you guys like the video. Comment down below if you guys have any cool solo plays that you like to do, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.